Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. As you can see that I'm making this video in a very quiet place. I'm basically in my room, and I thought I will make this video the intake about the Lamu Cultural Festival that ended yesterday. This festival started on 30th Friday and ended yesterday, Sunday. And I can honestly say I have learned so much things. I have had so many experiences, and I've met so many people only for 2 days. I did not attend the first day, but I attended the second day. So I thought maybe I will just explain a little bit about Lamu as an island. Lamu is an island. It's built on coral. They have coral in that island, and this dates back to 14th century. Lamu, the island is called Lamu, but there are even two other places where you can live. One is called Matondoni on the other side, and then another one on the other side is called Shela. So these are the three places you can live. But the island itself is called Lamu Island because it happened to be the bigger community in these three places. Lamu, let me see here. Yeah, Lamu has been a very important trade route, and it has attracted Chinese and the Arabs from mainly from Oman. If you look at some other videos that I've made, you will realize that when I talk about Lamu, then I talk very much about the Omani Sultanate. The Oman have been here before Portuguese and the British, and they have really spread their influence. So much of the things in Lamu, they have inherited from the Omani. There's another video also I did it in the museum, and it's mainly about the Omani. Then yeah, so now this Lamu Cultural Festival is about promoting the Swahili culture. They want to preserve it. Actually, Lamu is one of the most preserved Swahili tradition for quite a long time in East Africa. And this initiative that they're making, this cultural festival, started 2001, if I'm not mistaken. And there are various international embassies that are sponsoring this festival. Also, there are some private people, they are supporting it. If you watch my videos about Lamu, you'll see also mangrove tree is very important element of this society. I even came across one place there. They had various places there where you can get information. I'll come to that one. And one place is they have the preservation of mangrove trees. And honestly, if I talk about mangrove tree, it's not only Lamu that is losing its environment based on mangrove, but the whole coastal region of Kenya, and I don't know about Tanzania. We have been chopping down these mangrove trees in large number, and we have been planting in less number. So there is no equilibrium there. So this is a big problem. It's very wide. It's not only Lamu, but I was very impressed when I saw some guys talking about how to preserve mangrove and how to make afforestation so that we can have more mangrove tree in future. Well, this culture, what I came across, is not only the culture and the tradition, but also they're touching some other parts of social problems. Like they were talking about AIDS awareness. They are spreading awareness about AIDS, how you can stop it and the precaution one need to take, etc. And there were some other guys on one place, one cabin or cube. They were talking about drugs, what type of drugs, how to talk with people that are doing drugs. They had categorized like young children, young adult and aged people, how to talk to them and how to approach them, and so that you can be as effective as possible. And they also have this brochure that about different type of drugs. And having spoken about that, you know, we have CAT here in Kenya, QAT, and I think in one of the videos, if you follow, I came across some guys, they were selling this CAT, and now we have another new type of stimulant that is called Mbogoka. Mbogoka is also just is a stimulant, and the CAT is also a stimulant. If I may, for those who don't know it, you know, in Latin America, they have something. It's just similar to CAT and Mbogoka. It's called coca. Now this coca is, you chew it, they chew it. It's a stimulant, and most of the people who are working in the mining, they chew that coca. So if you Google up, you'll see that. So this stimulant is now everywhere in Kenya. Many people are consuming it now. Even, you know, it's cheaper. You can buy it for 50 shillings or maybe 100 shillings. Let me see here. I'll just count very faster. 50 shillings. How much is 50 shillings? Yeah, 50 shillings Kenyan, 50 Kenyan shillings is about $0.32. So that is cheap, and more young men, women, teenagers, young adult, and adult are using it. So it's like it has become a trend. It's like obviously everybody's using it. And I personally think there should be more research and studies based on these two stimulants, so that we can see how does it affect the society. I'll just write, sorry guys, I'll just write something here, remember. Okay, so they were spreading the awareness of the drugs. I have touched a little bit more about CAT and Bogoka, that is stimulant, similar to coca. I think it's coca. The reason as to why I spoke more about it is because this is like everywhere. You can see it everywhere. The question is that I always ask myself, is this drugs or not drug? Should it be categorized as drug or not drug? All right. I'm leaving you guys with that question. You can do the research in the Google, you can see it. I will not go on with that about drugs or not drug. And then they had also a place where they're talking about community building. They like for instance, community building for women self-help, where they get different projects that they can start. They get capital and then they start doing this business so that they can sustain themselves financially. I think that is very good approach, and there are actually a lot of international bodies that are involved in here, United Nations, UNDP, among others, and EU, etc. Then I came across also another community building or community project based on people with disability. And I actually, when I was crossing over from mainland to the island, there was a guy there with his bicycle. He was disabled. He did not have limbs. So I was very happy I met him again there. So I'm happy that people with disability are more visible today. This was not the case for many years ago, and I hope this trend will go on so that they can be included in the society, so that they can being brought on board, and we travel together in one big ship. All right. So I also film on one video about the Swahili culture, on the practice, this how they make beds, basket, and then the donkey basket. I think that is it was very impressive to see how the material they're using, it's really important. It plays a significant role in their lives. Yeah, so I came across also about the agroforestry and saving trees, planting more trees. They have some native trees that they're trying to regenerate, so that we can have many. So, and then I came across, this is very important, about the wellness of donkeys. Basically, the donkeys are the main transport method here in the island of Lamu. And apparently they are not taken care of. And then this veterinary officer, they started, raising up awareness, the importance of keeping a donkey in a healthy situation, and how to take care of a donkey, creating a good relation, giving them enough food and water, medicine, take them to the veterinary officer, etc., etc., and give them vaccination. So this awareness is very important. I made a special clip for it, where they did it as a competition, that the donkey that looks very healthy and have a good relation with the owner and have good teeth and hooves and the body structure, that will win a trophy. And actually the one who won the trophy it's a woman that I just met here in Lamu Island. Now we became friends. We have been friends with that woman on Facebook, but it's first time I met her. So today we are friends forever. So this is about the donkey. And then I just wanted to pick up a little bit about the money. So when I travel, I don't live in the island. I live outside the island. So my trip begins with a motorcycle. I always take motorcycle. I think it's very convenient, and you get fresh air. I could take a car or buses, but then I have to wait. You don't know when it will come. But with the motorcycle, that in my land, in my country, we call it border. Border, it means it's from one country to another country, the boundaries, So it's they're carrying you from one border area to another border. It's like that started in Uganda, the neighboring country. They were carrying people on a bicycle from from Uganda to Kenya. So they used to call it border, and then now they're using it. They use a motorcycle. They still call it border. So if I mention the name border, it means the motorcycle, right? So you get me right. So my journey starts with the border or the motorcycle. I pay 250. So 250 divided by 153. So I pay $1.6 from my home mainland to the port where I will board the boat. I will take the boat to the island, and $1.6. And then the boat is also 250 Kenyan shilling. That is another 1.6. All right, so it is 1.6 times 2. So I pay about $3.2 from the mainland to the island. All right, so this is the price that we're having here. I think it's good, so you know. We are always curious to know. And then I was taking a lunch. I paid 550 the first day. I ate shrimp and rice and tamarind juice. So it costed me 550 Kenyan shillings. If I divide it by 153, I will get $3.5. That is a lunch. I was satisfied. I had the world's best view, you know. It was 3 stories hotel. I'm seeing all these activities, boats, and you know, everything. People are swimming and people are shouting. You know, it was the best experience. And then yesterday I went again to eat. I paid 1,300. I ate fish, very good fish and chips, and then tamarind juice. And then I took a cup of tea later on. So that was 1,300 divided by 153. It will give me $8.5. So it's less than $10. The place is literally cheap, right? You just enjoy. I'm staying in a place here. This is a lodge. This is a place where you can hire, but it's countryside, guys, because I have a relative I'm meeting here. I have a relative, that's why I stay here. Otherwise, I could have stayed in Lamu. So what do I pay here? Let me see. I pay one night. I pay 500 shillings. If I divide by 153, then $3.2 every day. So I will stay here for 4 days. Then times 4, I will pay $13 for 4 days. The room is just simple. I have toilet, bathroom, and a fan that is there. Okay, mosquito net. This is just a simple room. I'm okay with that. So I just wanted to shed a light about the price of things. Now, when I was traveling from Malindi to Lamu, I took a car. It's like wagon. What do you call it? Something station wagon. You know, this is long car, and we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. We were 8 people in that little car. I paid 1,500 Kenyan shilling divided by 153. That will be $9.8. Okay, it is below $10. All right, below $10. All right, below $10. And when I started my first part of journey from Mombasa to Malindi, I paid 600. That is divided by 153, $3.9. So you hardly come to $10. Even I think I made mistake. 1,300 divided by the food that I eat the second day, divided by 153, that will be $8.5. So I'm eating food that is less than $10. My transport less than $10. So I think I just wanted to give you like a view. I wanted to shed a light on that one. So this is my intake about Lamu Cultural Festival. I think it was more than that. Yeah, more than that. I've just learned so many things. I've seen some other people that is a certain of tribe, a certain tribe that I did not have any idea about them. I know that they exist in Kenya, but this is first time I came into contact with them, and I really learned so many things from them. So I just wanted to say that the intake about this Lamu Cultural Festival, and if you ever want to visit this festival, Lamu Cultural Festival, and you have possibility, just don't hesitate to do it. So thank you for now. Stay peace, stay cool, stay calm, stay healthy. Thank you so much. Bye bye.